Hello YouTube, Captain Obvious here. I'm back. I'm back. I'm doing a new series, which I'm probably gonna stick with. No, I will stick with making that commitment right now. Headphone review. So I like a YouTuber called Dank Pods. Uh, Great guy, Australian guy. He's really into audio. He got me into audio actually. I'm pretty interested in it, and I think it's cool. Different sound profiles of headphones, like fun headphones, more sophisticated headphones, you could call them, for like studio mixing, like flat, just straight. Um, I think it's a really cool hobby, and I'm getting into it more and more um, as I collect more headphones. And I have a decent little collection now, so I want to start showcasing them. Uh, I mean, they're not like anything special, but start showcasing them, reviewing them, uh, and just have fun with them. Make content, of course, what I'm doing right now. And I don't have uh, the freakish ears on a stand like what DankPods has. Basically, it's a microphone with an ear and an ear, and you put headphones on it, and it'll pick it up and give you a sound profile and everything. I don't have that. I don't have that kind of money for one. So it's gonna be you're not gonna hear it probably unless I figure something out. You're just gonna hear me try to describe it as good as I can, and you're gonna get like how it looks on me. I have a big old head, so that'll factor into different headphones. But in order to compare headphones, and well, I think in order to compare headphones and to display them, you need to have a reference pair. And I had two pairs I wanted to choose from, uh, my Nox gears and my Sennheisers. And I chose my Sennheisers. So this is the reference pair. The Sennheiser HD280 Pros. Now, I recently got these. Usually they go for about $100. I was able to snag it for a really good deal due to eBay auctions, and I'm pretty happy with what I got, especially since they're basically brand new. Aside from a few scratches, like right there. Uh, Not really on this side, but I mean they're pretty straight. I mean all the pads are in good condition. Um, Cable's in good condition. It came basically brand new, just not in the box. Like the whole cable was inside of like a clear plastic wrap, so they're basically brand new. I think it's fair to say that. And from how DankPods talks about them, they're really good for beginners, I guess. And I agree with that. They are the best pair of headphones I have and the best audio equipment I have. Or that goes on your head or in your head. Like I have IEMs and stuff better. So I'm going to aim this down. And here we go. This is my setup I'm doing right now. This is to be kind of like the iPad, but it will never live up to the iPad. It's a rifle target from I do rifle at school, and we shoot pellet guns. This is one of my old targets. So I gotta remember to speak into this microphone. It's super like if I get like this far away from it, it starts cutting out. Here is the headphone. Here's the pair of headphones. So we got, of course, that. We got the cable, which is a coiled cable, which I'm not huge on. It's trying to be a short cable and a long cable at the same time, which is cool and convenient in certain cases. But for like right here from here, I'm trying to figure out this camera. Here to here, like I don't need all this weight sagging because I have my DAC right here, um, and I don't need this weight just flopping around. Or like if I need to extend it, it's constantly pulling because it's like a big spring, um, or slinky, I think, rather, because spring it's pushing out. Um, so there's always like pressure pulling, which isn't great for the cable ends, and it can make it uncomfortable because if you're like at max length, um, it's going to be a lot more pressure and it's going to be pulling on you more than if you just had a long cable. So that I'm not too huge on, but it's not a biggie. Um, Also, the cable, which is my main dislike about it, super noisy. So if you don't know what noisy means, like a noisy cable, so there's good cables and like cheaper cables. This is definitely a cheaper cable. Noisy means that like if you have them on your head and you go, you'll hear that in your ear cup, and it's very apparent on these. Like on some cheaper headphones I have, it's not really apparent at all. On these, it is. Like it takes to about here for the noise to stop, and that's good about 1.5 to 2 feet. I don't like that. It like whether you're scratching it, which you're probably not, or like it's rubbing up against your shirt, or if you have facial hair rubbing against your beard or something like that, it's gonna disrupt your music if you're not like perfectly still with this cable away from you. Um, so that's my big pet peeve about this. Also, all plastic construction, which is not terrible. I would have liked to see. I mean, from my knowledge, it's all plastic. For all I know, there could be metal inside of these, but what I can see is plastic. I don't like that. It's less sturdy. Um, Point for error because that's usually what you're. I mean, it's what you're moving like that. It's what's mainly flexing when you have it out. That's where most of the pressure's going, here and up here. And I don't feel the most confident with it. So I'm not gonna. I don't know if these are new ones or if they're like older ones. From how DankPods talks about these, they are very durable. Like they fold, which is a nice thing. They collapse like that, and then he just wraps his cable around. Bam, shove it in your backpack. But I don't know if I trust that with these, just because of the all plastic construction. It's not terrible plastic, but it is plastic, and these aren't the most expensive pair of headphones, so I think that is definitely a point for failure. But at home, perfectly fine. It would be nice if you could get like a hard case for it, but who knows if they make those? I don't. Okay, enough of the downs, to the ups now. Okay, pads. I need to. Pads up here, up here. I like that. And here, it's nice if you're wearing a hat. Uh, there's a notch right there. Nice if you're wearing a hat, because little ball in the middle. I don't know what it's called, but it'll go over that. Also, the ear pads, super nice plush. Not the deepest, but they go over my ears perfectly fine. Um, the swivel is awesome. They don't swivel fully both ways. This way they go that. That's as far as they go this way. And doing that, it doesn't feel like it will break. Like if I'm not gonna, of course, keep doing it, like heaving on it, but don't feel like it'll break there. So that's a good thing at least. Like I said, the plastic construction, it's not terrible, but it's pretty good. Um, Honestly, for cosmetically and how it feels and everything, I think that's about it. Aside from how it fits on your head, these fit great. I have a big old head, and these perfectly go on it. Put you back up. Alright. These are at max extension. That's pretty much where I need them. They feel great on my head. They feel super comfortable. Definitely passive noise canceling. With them being over ears and closed backs, will tend to do that. But these ones, they seal really nice, and that definitely helps with the passive noise cancellation. Sorry. Like Dank Pods. I hate to keep referring to him, but he's like my idol for like headphones. He used to be a gigging drummer, and he would use these a lot for over ears, so he could listen to like the playback of the music, use them as actual earmuffs. Also IEMs, but he would use these a lot, and I can definitely see why. So the cable's not great, the construction isn't the best, but the comfort of them and the words, the comfort of them and the sealing of the ear cups is fantastic. I love that. Also comes with a big old jack, which you can screw off for your small guy. All gold plated, which really doesn't uh, affect performance, like sound quality to my knowledge, but I'm not complaining. So on to how they sound. They sound really good. Like I said, they're my best sounding pair of headphones, and I really enjoy listening to them. I mean, the comfort definitely helps with how they sound, in my opinion, because who cares if it's the best sounding headphones? If they don't fit good, I'm not going to want to wear them. These sound really good, and they fit really good. I definitely rate them as, from my experience, the best $100 and like $150 less option from what I know. And definitely worth the cost, whether you want to get them brand new or used. As long as they're in good condition, I definitely recommend them. On to the sound profile. Now, like I said, I don't have the freakish ears on the stand. I forget exactly what they're called, like the Hears or something. The mini DPS or PSD, I don't know. So I'm going off of the sound profile that I see on a graph, which I have on my other monitor over here, and also how I perceive them, which is what I'll be doing for all the headphones that I can. Now, some of the headphones, they don't have graphs, so it's just based off of me. I like bassier headphones. These are definitely bassy, but they don't mud up the music. They keep it pretty even. With them being closed backs, they're going to have more bass, of course, than semi-opens or open backs. But the bass doesn't like screw up the mids in particular or the top end. Now, looking at the graph, it's definitely got more bass than the mids, and the top end, it's woo, like squiggly, and it goes down towards like the tippy tops. With me, I feel that I got the whole range of music. Not necessarily like able to point out where instruments are. I mean, you're not really going to have that with cheaper headphones for the most part. But definitely very clear sound, very enjoyable sound. I definitely agree with them having the extra bass. The top end, there's some higher top end parts. Definitely agree with that. I don't know what all the low end business is about. The mids, they definitely sound even, just like how I'm seeing. And they are definitely good referencing headphones, I'd say. With them being mostly flat. I mean, the bass, like I said, is higher. Same with the top ends, but they are overall pretty decent on the scale from what I can see. And they're definitely good for audio mixing, which I tried a little bit of. I don't really know how to audio mix, but I was able to do a little bit of it, and these sounded good for that. Gaming, these sound good. Just on a phone call, they sound good. Listening to music is what I use them for the only use them for actually, because I have different headphones for different stuff. Definitely the best option for music, I feel, for me, and they're gonna stick around for a long time. So these are what I'm gonna be using as my reference headphones. Like all my other headphones, they have to go up against these guys. It ain't no HD 600s, but definitely the good value option. Oh yeah, if it helps. This is what I listen to the music out of. It's a 3rd gen iPod Classic. It's got, I flash modded it, so it's got 60 gigs in it. Best sounding iPod in my opinion. This definitely helps improve it more than cheaper headphones. So, I know I kind of repeated myself a decent bit, but I just want to emphasize that these are good headphones. They really are. My only hang up is the cable and all plastic. Like I said, there could be metal in it. There probably is. From what I can feel, though, they're all plastic. And goodbye. I mean, they are a goodbye, not see ya. But, yeah, I mean, that's really all I can do without having the microphone with the ears or without any of the other professional equipment. So I guess that's where I leave this off. And there we go. That's where I leave this off. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys like this series, because I'm gonna stick with it whether you like it or not. I don't care if you're. I don't care. I'm sticking with it. I want to do it. If you like it, let me know. If you don't, let me know. I mean, I'll take it. If you have feedback, I know I repeated myself a lot, but so that's something I'm gonna work on. If you have feedback for what I can improve on or what you liked, let me know. Do it. I don't care. But until I go over the next pair of headphones, which is going to be the runner-up, the Knox gears. I see them right there. You're not seeing them, though. You're not seeing them until the next video. So, I will see you guys next time. Peace.